who are two of our
Thank you.
team's top travel bookers, and collectively between them, they have booked over £700,000 worth of travel, which is absolutely insane. And they're going to be telling you a little bit tonight, some of their top tips, how they've done that, and sharing all the success formulas that they've got to be successful with this. So do make sure you've got a notepad and pen at the ready, because I know how valuable this training is going to be. I'm going to pop myself on mute and hand over to you ladies.
Thanks, Gemma. Can you guys hear me all right? Yeah. Cool. Right. Let's go. Yeah, well done to everyone on your bookings as well. They're absolutely amazing. And exactly like Gemma said, please share your bookings with us every month. It's so nice just to shout you all out and celebrate everyone. And I know they're only just a small amount of the numbers, because, yeah, there are plenty more bookings. So, yeah, tonight we just want to run through just kind of some of the basics again with you all, just about how kind of we've gained our success, and just run over a few things that we think will help you guys to make your business a success as well. So I'm just going to start with qualifying your clients. This one is so important. This really is. This is kind of like the first process, you know, of when you're doing a quote for a client. So I find this one really funny, because I mean, Vicky, you're probably the same. When you first start, you'll get someone say like, oh, I just want to go somewhere hot, don't care where, 7 nights, and you're like, okay. So you spend hours searching for something. You're going like over and over and over with all these destinations, thinking, is this what they're after? Is this what they're after? No, please do not do that. It wastes so much time. Vicky, you'll probably agree. Did you do that at the start as well?
Literally at the start. Hi everyone as well. Hope you're all well. Happy Thursday. At the start, I was like a dog with a bone. I was like, I want to get everyone's holiday book in the world. Like, I was like, yes, I can do this. And then I had a few people be like, I just want to go away. And then I got to it and I went, okay, we'll go away, etc. Got onto the suppliers, and then I was like, oh wait, like, how many is there? Is it just you? Is it you and your partner? Is it your family? Like, where do you want to go? Like, where have you been before? And I was like, oh, I've gone down a minefield here. It is so important. Like, the crucial bit, I will not go anywhere now. Like, I won't even entertain a quote without doing this.
Exactly. And that was my thing. And you know what? Since I then made this little template, this is, you don't have to do it like this, but this template just helps you. So if someone comes to me and says, I want a holiday, I will send them this form straight away. If they don't fill it out, I won't be doing them a quote. Simple as that. If they do not fill this out, they're not serious. They do not want a holiday. If they are and they fill it all out, obviously I will absolutely give them a quote. This just makes it so much easier. It stops all the going back and forth. Like Vicky said, you know, how many people, where do you want to go, how many adults, how many kids, what type of holiday are you after? This form basically has all the information that you're going to need on there. You know, it makes you look super professional. Like, you're getting all the information straight away. You're more likely to get the sale because you'll be able to find your client exactly what they are after. So without fail, I will send them this form. They'll come back to me. You know, I might have an odd question, but 9 times out of 10, what is on this form is enough information for me to provide the best quote for my clients. And, you know, if my clients are happy, they book, they're more likely to return. So, yeah, I think it's definitely a good idea to make a similar sort of thing. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. You know, you can put it in your own sort of way. Mine's pretty basic and simple, but it gives me all the information I need. So yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything else to that, Vicky, or do you just totally agree? Yeah.
No, mine is very much the same as that. And I've got a website now where I've got a form. Like, I've created my own website. So it's not the IntelliTravel website, it's a separate one. And it's got a form in. And basically people have to answer very similar like questions. And then I actually email back to that to get extra info. And if they don't reply to that email, then I still don't go any further with the quote. Because a lot of mine is through, which on the next slide we'll get to, but through social media. So unless I've had that initial contact and actually spoken to them, I will not go forward with a quote, just because my time is precious, you know.
100%. And like you say, you don't want time wasters. And if they won't fill out a form, they're not serious about, you know, booking a holiday. So yeah, definitely design something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. It can be on a website link, or it can just literally be a form that you send them, but it will definitely save you time, and it will save all that back and forth, and you're more likely to, you know, get the booking for your clients.
Lauren, can I just add something to that quickly as well? Just
Yeah.
another little tip that I sometimes say to some of my agents. So once you've got your little form like that as well, you can put like a little box at the top or the bottom and just put a little sentence in there saying, obviously, you know, you don't charge people to do quotes. You're doing quotes free of charge in your own time. So you'd really appreciate their feedback in coming back to you. And if the quote is not quite right for them, for whatever reason, let you know. You can put that, you know, obviously in better words than I've just said it, but just a little sentence that kind of explains, and it makes people think, oh yeah, you're not getting paid to do that searching. Because a lot of the time people don't think, and I think if they realize you're giving up your time, not necessarily to know you're going to get a booking, it makes them think twice, and they will come back to you and they'll give you feedback as well.
Absolutely.
So
Love
I wanted
that.
to add that in.
No, I love that. It's so true as well. And like you say, just that little bit of feedback can help you sort of in the future as well with the next quote. But no, absolutely love that, Gemma. Thank you.
No, 100. I'm going to say that at the end of my email, I've got a little line, Gemma, that says, if I impress, please tell others. If I don't, please tell me. And it's like a little thing, just because I'm like, I want to know if you're not happy, but if you are happy, go and tell everyone. Anyhow, moving on to basically how to promote yourself, your brand, your business. Basically, there is so many different ways, and people utilize, you know, sort of different ones in different ways. Obviously, you've got social media now. Social media is a free tool, and use it to your advantage. Now, you can go across all the platforms, but you would like spread yourself very thin. I focused predominantly with Instagram at the start. That's where I was. I didn't even touch the world of Facebook. I was all on Instagram because a lot of my friends, my family and everything were on Instagram. I've then recently more branched out to TikTok, but I'll get into that in a bit later. All our like suppliers that we use, Classic, Olympic, JTA, US Air Tours, Major, not in the guidebooks, literally all of them have a Facebook page where they do all the hard work for you. So if you're sat there thinking, oh my God, I've got to go out, because I thought this at the start, I thought I had to go out, create all these deals, and then like search the suppliers. I was like, this is going to take me hours, but I don't. I literally take what they've done and I just like basically copy it onto my own. I put it into my own branding sometimes. Sometimes I literally take what they've done and literally repost it and be like, oh, hey, this is what, you know, I can book. I'm going to give you a secret though. I think, Lauren, you're similar to this. Every deal I have posted, like whether it's like island hopping or this or that, I've never booked. However, it lets your clients know what you can book. And off the back of it, I've had people. So the other day, for example, I posted a Sri Lanka one. And I had a friend jump into my inbox and was like, oh my God, I'm looking to go to Sri Lanka, not interested in this deal whatsoever. Didn't realize you could book that. And I was like, yeah. So now we're obviously communicating about that quote. So don't get like hung up on actually selling those actual deals. It just advertises what you can and, you know, sell to people.
It's so true. I literally sold my first one though the other week.
Yay!
On one of the deals, I put my first one in like 2.5 years. I was like, yes. But exactly like you said, it's just letting people know what you're doing. And it might be like, oh, I want to, like you said, it might be, oh, I want to go to that destination. I don't like that deal or that hotel. But it gets them thinking like, oh, Vicky could look into it or Lauren could look into it, you know. So it is so true, but it's just keeping your followers engaged with what you're doing, isn't it? So definitely.
Literally. And also message your followers and stuff like that. So I went back end of last year, my Instagram actually got hacked, my travel one. So I was like over 1,000 followers on my travel Instagram and it got hacked. I hope no one actually bought the Bitcoin and whatever the person was trying to sell. But anyhow, so I had to start from scratch. So my travel Instagram now has only got like 170 or something. However, I engage with all those followers that I message them and I'm literally like, oh, hey, if you're looking for your summer holiday, your winter holiday, XYZ, you know, be sure to drop me a line and I can see what I can do, you know, to help you, assist you, you know, even if you're planning to go to London for the weekend, let me see, I can see what price I can get the hotels for. That's what I do. And I'll do this probably every 3 months. I won't pester them every month. But probably every 3 months I'll just drop into their inbox and be like, oh hey, like I'm still here. Or any clients that I booked for previously, like I've got one that loves America, anything America, like I'll be like, oh, this looks, good for you. And I think Lauren literally had the same.
I do all the time. Yeah, my ones that go to Dubai, I'm like, I see a deal and I just like send it to them on WhatsApp. I'm like, look at this deal I've just found for Dubai, and they're like, this looks amazing. Like when the new Atlantis opened, I was like, this new hotel's open, you've got to go. And they're like, oh, this looks nice, sort of thing. So yeah, definitely don't feel cheeky about doing that. I would 100% do that, and I do that. It just, again, and it also, I think they like that as well. Sometimes they think, oh, they're thinking about me, they're thinking about what I like, and they kind of want to go for it. So yeah, definitely do that.
100%. You've got the Telegram chats as well now, so it's like we've got so many like there's different ones, and the girls are putting deals in there regarding different things what you can and can't post. So literally take what they're putting in there and then repost it onto like your own, because it will say if it's come from a supplier. If it's come from a supplier, we can post it on our social media. Don't be scared of that. You've also got word of mouth. This is super powerful, word of mouth. And actually, I think it is, you could have all the social media in the world, but if someone recommends you, someone is more likely to use you. Just because it's like they already trust you because you've done their mate's holiday for them. A lot of people that come to me is from word of mouth. They were like, oh my god, you did Nathan's holiday for me, so can you look at mine for me? Business cards, you can get your own business cards done. I have my own business cards as well, and you can just literally hand them out, put them anywhere, put them, especially when you're starting out, like if you live on an estate or something like that. You can make flyers, you can go wild. You have to sort of like approve it with IntelliTravel, your business cards, but it's literally on the back office. You can click on, your sort of the business card bit. I can't remember what it's actually called. And then you have to submit them for approval. It literally takes 24 hours. And you can go get them printed, and you can go around and say to people, look what I'm doing. And then you can even go around for a cup of tea and book their holiday, which I have done with someone before. And got a cup of tea out of it. So, we're all winning.
Love that. And also put them in Christmas cards.
Yes, that's a good one.
Christmas cards. And I think it was Saminda, wasn't it? The story about in the supermarket. I literally love that story. She was talking to someone in the supermarket, like the checkout lady. Just, oh, how are you doing? What you doing or whatever. And they got talking, and she had them in her purse. So she gave it to the lady, and I think she ended up booking her a holiday. So wherever you go, it's just always good to have them in your purse or your handbag, because you never know who you're going to bump into, you never know who you're going to get talking to, and they're just a quick and easy thing just to hand out with all the details on. So I love that story. That always is a good one.
Yeah, no, defo. And also going to local businesses, especially with your target market. I know, like, say if you want to go more luxury and stuff, go into places where your target clients are going. So they're probably going into like high-end I don't know, salons and stuff like that. They're going into hairdressers where they're spending X amount of money. So get in with people like that, especially depending on what you want to like niche into. Just because, where are your clients going? If you want to specialize in cruises and older people cruises, where are the old people going in the week? They're probably going to cafes, stuff like that. So really, target where your clients are going, and then like advertise from there.
100%. Right, we're just going to quickly touch on top suppliers, although me and Vicky had this conversation the other day that our top suppliers are changing as the time goes on. But if we just quickly run through a few of them. So RateHawk, everyone probably knows RateHawk. RateHawk probably is my favourite, I must say. It's so easy to use. It's either free cancellation, non-refundable. You cannot go wrong with RateHawk. It's pay on there and register on the back office. They offer pretty much every single hotel that you would be after. The rates are always super competitive. The commission is fab if you do book on there. And yeah, I absolutely love them. They have an app as well, so it's super easy to use on the go. And And again, you can do transfers on there, but mainly just hotels. But I think you have to make a couple of bookings before you can then do a transfer. But yeah, RateHawk are amazing. If you don't have your logins for them already, the details are on their title on the back office, how to sort of gain the logins. You just need to send an email, but they are amazing. I use them all the time, and they do offer little incentives as well. They have a point scheme, which is so good. So when you make a booking, there'll be like a little points amount next to it. And 1 point equals £1. And honestly, it soon adds up. I think I've got 315 points on there. So that's literally like a night away for free. So it's incredible. So yeah, the next one is Major. They offer all your sort of long haul deals. You can package everything on there all together, you know, your flights, your hotel, your transfers, and all that sort of stuff. They're fab, aren't they, Vicky? I think they're super helpful as well. Like if you find a quote elsewhere, always just give them a call. They're really good. They've got a WhatsApp chat as well, and they get back to you so quickly. Like literally, I've WhatsApped them so many times, and they are pretty instant, aren't they?
I spend most of my like days where I work on my business, like on things on live chat to Major.
I know.
Like,
I just
help.
love. I know they're so quick, and they will sort everything out literally
They are. So
in that WhatsApp chat.
I love Major. I know Kelly's just popped it in the chat and she loves Major as well. But they're just super helpful, and you can do so much on there. Like they have EasyJet and Jet2 flights, which people don't realize. So most people think it's for long haul, or actually you can do short haul, like you can Europe and stuff like that on there. If hotels aren't coming up, usually they have them, they can access them. It's just, it might not be coming up. So always get in contact with them. They are incredible, I think.
They are, aren't they? And they also do like a scheme for miles as well. So the more bookings, you can build up like air miles and stuff and points as well. And you can put them towards your own travel, which is fab. Classic Packages, they are fab as well. The portal is so easy to use. Like it is super simple. It's just popping in the like destination, how many people, dates, etc., and it brings up everything. Again, with them, you can always call them because they are fab. I've had to call them a few times because a specific like room type wasn't coming up, but they were able to pull it through on their system. And again, with flights and stuff with them, if you see something that you like, but it's not pulling the right flights, but you can see the flights elsewhere, again, call them, because 9 times out of 10, they can pull the flights through for you. So they're brilliant for all your sort of European package holidays. They are absolutely fab. I've popped the back office on there because I feel like people sometimes forget to use the back office stays. They are so good. I mean, I've booked a fair few on there recently on the back office, and their prices are so competitive. And I think a few people have popped in the chat recently how they've saved quite a bit of money using the stays part on the back office. So don't forget to use them. Again, it is only hotel only on the stays part, but they are super fab. Definitely recommend checking on there for the hotel as well. JTA, this was one of our favourites, wasn't it, Vicky, for quite a while? I mean, it still is a fave, but I feel like there's a few
They paid for me to go on a cruise, Lauren. JTA.
They did. That was amazing. I was very jealous about that, actually. They are fab, and again, they can literally do absolutely everything, can't they? I mean, I booked a New York trip for someone recently. You know, I was able to do their pre-hotel stay. So they were flying out from Heathrow, they were up north. They came down, I was able to book their pre-hotel stay before their flight, book their flight, book their accommodation in New York, book their hotel for the way back because I had to stay again. I did a couple of excursions on there. I literally done the whole thing on there, and it was so easy. So yeah, they are fab for doing absolutely everything. And again, they pull so many different hotel options through. I don't know if you haven't been on there, definitely worth having a look. And just to say about JTA, they will email you your login details around 2 weeks after you've joined. So just hold fire if you haven't had it, because they will email you with that. But yeah, they are absolutely brilliant. Gold medal. Me and Vicky were talking about this one. This is becoming a huge favourite. They do absolutely everything as well. They are fab for your long haul, your short haul, packaging everything together for you. and their prices are so competitive. I think you said that you were able to match a few. Was it you, Vicky? Like they
Yeah,
will,
they are. They're
yeah,
good. They are.
they will match some quotes as well. And again, if you're finding something on, say, like an Emirates holiday package, just give Gold Medal a call. I think I've phoned them probably about 6 times over the last like 2 weeks. They're probably sick of my name at the moment, but they are so helpful as well. And don't be afraid just to pick up the phone and talk to some of these suppliers, because sometimes it is actually easier talking on the phone to them. The next one, I think as well, me and Gemma were talking about this, weren't we? Don't forget about going direct. Going direct to the hotel. There is so many email examples in Teachable, with giving you example of how to word an email to them. But please just go direct. If you can't find what you are looking for, don't be afraid to email the hotel directly, because you know, might be able to offer you a commissionable rate, or if it's for yourself as well, offer you sort of an industry rate. But yeah, don't forget about going direct. And then we were also saying about, you know, niching yourself. Some people specialize in a certain area. So Vicky, I will pass over to you just to quickly talk about that.
Yeah, so when I started actually doing this, I didn't have a niche at all. I wanted to be a bit of everything, jack of all trades type scenario. However, I quickly learned that, like, and I think this is where like selling comes into your own when you are yourself. Now, I love F1. Like most people know that I love F1. I am going to the Monaco Grand Prix for my 30th, and literally in less than a month now. And I keep extending my stay. I've gone from 4 days and I'm now going for 9 days. Thanks to agent rates. But yeah, so I now specialize in F1, and this is where I've gone over to TikTok. Now, I don't use TikTok to do dances or stuff like that. I basically tapped into the F1 community. I realized there is an F1 community over on TikTok, and from there I started posting deals that we got. And how I formatted them was basically I would engage my followers straight away. So I'd just be like, oh my God, are you an F1 fan? And that would immediately get them to stop on my video. And I'll be like, do you want to go to like an F1 race? And everyone's like, yeah, I want to go to an F1 race. They don't know where to start. And then from there, I'd be like, this is the deal. But if you are wanting any other deals, like get in contact. And from there, I think I posted it in Telegram like the other week or something. I did one. And then within the first hour, I had like sort of like 6 website inquiries come in. Now, not all of them lead to something, because I always email back to them. If I then don't get a reply from that, I don't go forward with the quote, because there is a lot of time wasters on TikTok. You're like reaching, you know, audiences, massive audiences. And some of my videos have reached, you know, into the tens of thousands, 50,000 views. So, you know, from that, it can get overwhelming. I think one video once produced like in the evening, I think I got 50 quotes within an hour and a half. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? But that is from me having a niche and me being passionate about F1. I also like niche in more the luxury market, just because that is where I know I'm going to get the biggest commissions for myself. And that is from a selfish point of view, to be fair. Like, I'm going to make the most money for my time that I put in and my effort. But if your niche could be literally anything that you want, what your passion is. I'm a single person, so I am not married. I don't have kids. So for me, I'm not going to go down the family route. I don't really care about Disney. You know, any Disney inquiries I get, I will pass over to one of my girls and my team, just because I really don't care about Disney. Like, it's not somewhere I want to go. Like, I've
It's
been,
so
but
good
like,
though. It's
yeah.
so
Lauren, you've just been as well. So it's like, but yeah. So I always say, find your niche, find what makes you happy, whether that is family holidays, whether that is, I was speaking to someone the other day and their uncle is in a wheelchair. And I was like, well, why isn't your niche accessible hotels that you know in Europe? You know, just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean you're bound to the UK. You can go abroad, but having someone to go to be like, yeah, this hotel is really good. It's not on a steep hillside, because can you imagine if they got there and it was on a hillside, you know, and stuff like that. So find what works for you and where you're comfortable in what you're doing, and it will make the selling so much easier. That is literally what I've found, especially with the F1, because like I'm so happy to send people to their dream F1 races, because like, you know, knowing me when I go to them, like I'm like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And people are probably like, why? Like, but you know, we're all unique in our own ways, so definitely find a niche.
Yeah, 100%. And also I think like cruises as well, we've got all the cruise suppliers. We're partnered with pretty much every single cruise supplier. So if you love cruises and you have people that want to go on cruises, that's a fab one to like specialize in as well, because cruises are pricey as well. So you're going to be getting some juicy commissions back if you book quite a lot of cruises. So yeah, that's fab. Thank you, Vicky. Right, we're just going to quickly touch on price matching, because I feel like this comes up an awful lot. So I'll kind of just quickly run through the process that I do. So if someone comes to me with a price that they have found, firstly, I will always get them to send me a screenshot of what they've found, because I don't always take people's word that they've found something. You know, they might come to me and say, I found this like amazing all-inclusive 5-star deal for £1,000 for 4 of us. Well, probably not. So I always make sure that they'll send me a screenshot. And if they've sent me a screenshot and it is legit, the first things I will do is, you know, check all our suppliers, check all the package suppliers first and see if I can find anything that's kind of matches up to that. If I can't find anything on the sort of package suppliers, I'll have a look at separates. Obviously, again, I make sure that my clients are happy with doing separates. See if I can kind of beat or match the quote that way. I will email the hotel directly as well, and see what they can offer. And if I've checked all the options and I'm not getting anywhere near it, you kind of unfortunately have to just accept that. We're not going to beat every single price. And I think Rachel always says it. We're not the McDonald's of travel. And I absolutely love that quote and I use it all the time. I've literally taken that from her. It's so true. We're not going to beat every price going. But I feel like we're in such a good position that because we are partnered with so many suppliers, you know, all the holiday suppliers, yes, but we can also offer lots of extras. So, you know, they might have booked that package, but they might not have booked their airport parking yet. They might not have booked their lounges yet. They might not have even booked their transfers with that package. So we can offer lots of extras. So I have just popped a little sort of message on there that Vicky put together a while ago that, I mean, I definitely use that. So if I can't beat a price, I will send them this little message. So it's really, really good. I will pop it in the Telegram chats tomorrow so that you can all use it as well. I just think it's so good because it just sort of basically says, you know, on this occasion, I can't price match this quote for you, but you know, just bear in mind all the services, blah, blah, all the sort of stuff. You can all read it. But I just think it's so good because it just kind of, you know, you haven't just given up. You haven't got back to them. You've sent them a lovely message saying, on this occasion, I just can't beat the quote, but there are extras that I can book for you, which I just think is fab. Okay, they might not come back to you. Hopefully they come back and say thank you for your time at least, but not everyone does. But I just think that way you've tried your best. You've done what you can, but you're also offering a few other bits and pieces with that. And also the Viata link, like that link is so good. I send that with every quote now. So every time I secure a booking, I will send the link, like check out the link for any excursions for your holiday to Tenerife or your holiday to New York. Honestly, the New York one that some of my clients went to recently, they ended up booking £800 worth of activities through my link, which is just crazy. Like that's another nice little bit of commission just from all their activities. So yeah, just remember we are not going to beat everything, and I know it can be super disheartening, but it happens to us all. And me and Vicky always say this: if we had booked every quote we had ever done, we would have booked millions of pounds worth of travel. And it happens to us all. And I know at the start you can feel like, oh God, why is this always happening? But it does always happen. Like it will happen. That is normal. But just remembering all the sort of things that we can offer as well, and hopefully they will then come back to you for another holiday. But did you want to add something, Vicky?
Yeah, no, I just want to say, like, I went on a 4-day cruise with a load of other travel agents, not from IntelliTravel, about like 18 months ago or 2 years ago, however long it was, I can't remember. But I was with them and I asked the question. I went, look, do you guys struggle? These were people from high street agents, people, Hayes home-based agents. And I was like, and they were like, yeah, do you think people just walk into the every person who walks into our shop on the high street books the holiday? They were like, no, like we have the same situation you're having. We all go through it. So it's not just you. And I always say, look, if you are constantly finding yourself at stumbling blocks with the same clients, XYZ, maybe you just haven't found your like tribe of clients yet that you want to book your holidays with. And your clients are out there. Some people will not look. And I think everyone refers to like Jet2 and EasyJet, and TUI, for example. It's like, don't like go straight to TUI's website and, price something up, because your client's probably not doing that. They're probably sat there thinking, oh, I want someone to do this for me. So don't, panic and, stuff like that. Just literally get on with the quote. And like, I put this message to people, because if I had booked like every single one, like I'd probably be on a remote island in the Caribbean right now on the commissions that I'd be on, because like it's genuinely serious, just because I would have booked so much. But you can always offer, different things, whether that's activities. So I've got a lady, she's a solo like traveler, and she's actually booked her holiday in June, not through me. She's booked it. She went direct. I think she went direct with Jet2. However, all her activities are booked through me, and her insurance is booked through me, through the Journeys link. I always send that on my emails, as well as the Vialta one. So all that. So even though I've not made the commission for the package holiday that she's going on, I've made some money out of her as well. And she still posted about me on her stories, because she's like, I booked my travel insurance, through this link. So honestly, just keep your heads up. Like, it happens to us all, and it doesn't happen just to us all in IntelliTravel. It's agents everywhere. Like, it's not just you, so don't worry.
Yeah, 100%. I think we are our worst enemy, aren't we? Because we'll find a quote on our supplier and then we'll go and look elsewhere. But why are we looking elsewhere? Like, say, our clients might not even be doing that. And I feel like once you kind of build up a client base, they're not looking elsewhere. They trust you and they'll just go with kind of what you say. So yeah, definitely keep your heads up, and it does happen to us all.
Right. Why should you use an independent travel agent? Like, why should people come to you instead of just doing it themselves? First of all, obviously, it saves them time. They can literally go about their day, and by the end of the day, you could have a quote into their inbox, and you can find some great deals. There is some great deals out there, and you're doing all the research like for them. You're taking that pressure off them. You're also a real person. And you provide that support. So I will always provide quotes, and if I do bookings for people, I always liaise via email. So I'll start on social media, but then I move over to email. But then I always give them my phone number if they have booked and when they're going away, just so they know that they're there. I'm there for them. I'll always message them the day before, making sure, well, to be fair, I do a month before, making sure they've got everything, that their passports are in date, other stuff, they've got their insurance, just because if they're like, crap, my passport isn't in date, there is some time for them to do that. And then a week before, I'm like, oh, are you excited? You're getting packed. That anything else I can do for you right now. A day before, I'll be like, have a fab time. When they're out there, I've always liaised with the hotel anyhow, so I know that they're going to get a warm welcome, but I'll always text them a couple of days in and be like, make sure that you're settled in. And then after the holiday, which I think is actually the most important one, I'll always send them a message and be like, I'm sure you're thinking of your next holiday, drop me a line. Where are we thinking of going? Because you provide that personalized service, you secure the extras. I always make sure there's some prosecco in the room for them, or some chocolate, or like in a little note that says, you know, thank you so much for booking through Victoria Alice Travels. You know, as an, you know, a small business owner, I appreciate the support. I hope you have a fab holiday. You know, have this little, you know, Prosecco on me type thing. You have all the knowledge as well. You know, and knowledge is power, to be fair. And like, obviously now I have a niche, I have knowledge in that niche. If you ask me, I'm going to refer to Disney again, I don't really have any knowledge about Disney, so I'm going to stay away from it. But F1, I can talk my brains out about it. You're taking all the pressure away as well from your clients, so you're doing it all for themselves. If there's any delays, you know, problems with the hotels, they're not having to sit for hours on end. I don't remember, like in COVID, I was going to Portugal and Boris put it on the red list and I was on the phone for hours. This was before, like, you know, I became, you know, a travel agent, and I was having to go through person to person, you know, and those people that have gone direct through travel agents literally just liaise with the travel agent did the work for them. So yeah, so that literally ties into the last point, where it's like you're not on hold trying to get through to a big company who's passing you from pillar to post. Like, you're literally, you know, you're doing that work for them, so your client literally can put their feet up and relax. I don't know if you've got anything else, Lauren, on that.
No, 100%. And I think sometimes people put in the chat, like, someone can get the same price as me, why would they book with me and not just book it themselves? Or like, all these points are proof of why, you know, they should book with you. And it's just reminding them sometimes about some of those points. Like, don't be afraid to say, you know, like, I'm going to have direct contact with the hotel. I'll see if I can secure any lovely added extras for you, all those sorts of things. So like, don't be afraid to say that to your client, because it's true, you know. But no, that's fab. Thank you, Vicky. The last one, the pre-booking payment link process. We just wanted to quickly run through this because I know some people are still a little bit unsure with kind of how it works. So this has been introduced to just basically protect us more than anything. So whenever IntelliTravel are the MOR, the merchant of record, so whenever the payment is done through the back office, this process needs to be followed. If you literally follow these steps, you cannot go wrong. You really can't go wrong. So if I just quickly run through them. So basically, if you are booking with Classic Packages, say you have sent the client the quote, they're all happy, they've agreed to all the terms and conditions, etc., and they are ready to book. Say, for instance, the deposit is £150. So you'll go onto the Book Travel tab, click the pre-booking payment link. You will literally fill in the details. They don't ask for much on that bit. It is literally clients' names, email, the amount that they need to pay, but that is just the deposit amount. So if it's just the deposit that needs paying, you just literally pop the deposit amount in there. That link will go literally straight to your clients. They will pay on that pre-booking payment link. You will then go back onto Classic and then book the holiday. This way it just stops. So what was happening before is, like, people would agree to it all, you would book the holiday, and then they just literally would not pay. So we are then sometimes held liable. Obviously, you know, they would sort it out, but it's just adding that extra protection for us more than anything. And I think, honestly, this way is so much better. And it also means that if they are time wasters, then if they're not going to book it, they won't pay that deposit. So it just adds a little bit of protection for us. So once you have then booked on Classic, you will go back onto the back office. But so, like I say, once the payment has all been made, you'll go to your trips, and then there'll be a button that says click here to register your pre-booking payment link. It will then bring up all the ones that require the booking payment link, and you'll find the booking there, and it will say paid. You literally click the add button, and then it will take you to the normal register booking screen, which you will continue to register the booking. So basically all that does is links from them paying to you then just confirming and registering the booking. It's just, yeah, I mean, I actually think this way is brilliant. It is actually super simple once you get your head around it. And if you just follow these steps in order, you honestly can't go wrong. I know there's been a couple of issues with possibly the booking not being shown, but if you just jump on live chat, they will bring it all up for you, so it's fine. But yeah, this process must be followed. I think people are still not following it correctly, and if you then book and then go to register, it doesn't all link properly. It's going to make more work for yourself because you're having to then go on live chat and say, oh, I've done it wrong. They then have to try and confirm. But yeah, if you just follow this complete step, this is in all the chats. I think I've pinned it in every chat going. It is there. Just make sure you're following this. So just to confirm with you all, this only has to be done when IntelliTravel are the MOR. So whenever the payment is made through the back office, you must follow these steps. You don't need to worry. Likes of Major, Rate Hawk, the booking and payment is all done directly on them. It's only when it is done through the back office. Did you
I'd also say as well, with this, I always, because people are like, oh, well, what happens if the price changes?
Yeah.
So what will happen? I will always say, if my clients agree to get it booked, I will always say, right, look, are you free? If I'm free at 9 a.m, are you free at 9 a.m. to make sure you're online? What's going to happen? I'll log on, make sure the price is the same, be like, this is the price. That, you know, I'll be like, make sure you're online. So you're replying to my emails there and then. They'll reply back. I literally did this one a couple of weeks ago. This is exactly how it went. They went, yep, price is absolutely fine. Agree to it all, blah, blah, blah. I went on, did this. So I'm still live on Olympic, you know, with the holiday there. I know it's not going to change because I'm not going to get frozen out because this is going to be done within the next 5 minutes. The client then paid because I made sure they were online at the time of me doing that booking. If they weren't online and they were out at the cinema, not access to their phone or whatever, then obviously it could time out or stuff like that. So I just always make sure that those were married up with the timing of when I'm getting it booked, just so nothing is going to change, because obviously they are live systems, prices can change, but usually if it's day to day they change. Usually they don't really change within the hour. It's usually just day to day. So that is just something else for you to sort of note as well.
Yeah, and I was just going to add, if for any reason the price did change, if they've paid that deposit and you've gone back on and the price has changed, obviously you'd go back to your client and say, I'm really sorry, but obviously if you're telling them anyway the prices are live and subject to change, I always make sure I say that no matter what. If they're not happy, it's absolutely fine. They can have a refund of their deposit. It's as simple as just filling out a ticket on the IntelliHelp Desk Hub part. And that is normally done pretty quickly. So it's absolutely fine if the price does change and your clients aren't happy, they can have a full refund. So it kind of protects you, it protects them. So yeah, just making sure you follow that process. Obviously, this is in all the chats. I will put it in again for you all. But yeah, I would just save this on your laptop, save it on your phone, have it ready when you are making a booking, because it just makes it sort of so much easier for everyone. Right.
At the end, Lauren, can I just say thank you so much, Lauren and Vicky. That was amazing, honestly. So many top tips there, and loved sitting and listening to you both. I'm sure everyone on here has taken so much away from that, because yeah, I was sitting there like, this is incredible. Now there has been loads of questions pinging in the chat box while you've both been speaking. I have answered a few little bits here and there, but obviously if anyone wants to pop any questions sort of back in now that you'd like the ladies to answer before we obviously end the call for the evening, then type them in now, and while you've got Lauren and Vicky both here, they will happily answer them for you. So I'll give you a moment. I think just scrolling up a tiny bit, somebody has put, this might be a good one for Vicky with her niche specialist. Do you think river cruises would be a good niche?
100%, if that's what you're into. Yeah, defo. Whatever, honestly, your niche can be whatever you want. So if that is what you want, like your niche, not just cruises as a general, because obviously you could specialize in adult only cruises, Virgin Voyages, and make an absolute minting on the commission on them, because they're incredible. So yeah, if that's what you want to go for, like, go for it.
I
Definitely.
just saw one about Viata link as well. So if someone books through your Viata link, you'll get an email confirmation. And yes, you then need to register that on the back office, but you'll get an email link, an email confirmation that the client has booked. It will have all the booking reference, all the details on there. And yes, you'll just go onto the back office and register that booking.
The only one is Journeys Insurance. It's a difficult one. So I have people who book their insurance through Journeys, but you don't need to register that.
Oh yeah, you don't, do you? No.
And you won't actually know they've done it. Like, it'll just show up on your commissions report. So don't panic. Just, yeah, that's why it goes out on every email for me, because so just don't panic. You don't need to register Journeys Insurance at all.
Lauren, do you want to take this one? Is there a time frame for the refund for the deposit should the price change?
So I think they've said that they will try and process them all within 5 to 7 days. They have to say 5 to 7 days, but they did say that they would try and do them within 48 hours if it is a price change. But again, it depends when it happens. If you're doing it on a Friday, it's not going to happen over the weekend, but they are trying to do them within 48 hours. They do state 5 to 7 days, but they are really hoping to do it within 48 hours. They've got like a new team as well on that department that are trying their hardest just to get them done a lot quicker.
Fab. Thank you, Lauren. And Vicky, do you want to do this one? When you phone any of the suppliers, what details do you have to get ready prior to phoning, like IATA, PIN number, etc.?
Yeah, so what I'd suggest you all do is have a notebook and have it all written at the front, your IATA, passwords for everything. So JTA, for example, you have to give your own unique password to them. But different suppliers are different for different things. Some will just require your ABTA to link you to IntelliTravel. Some will require further information. So just have, your opening page of your notebook, just have it all written there, so you've got things to hand depending on what they ask you.
Perfect. Sarah, the Viator link, we'll get that sent again in the chat, so that is fine with how you register for that. Hang on, I've just scrolled up too far. I've noticed EasyJet on Classic states that a booking can include hand luggage with no weight limit. Has any of your clients done this before and not paid any extra charges?
There will be a limit, won't there? It will be the hand luggage limit, whatever it is for each supplier. So I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it might be 10 kg for EasyJet.
It's 7 or 10, isn't it?
So it won't be any limit. It'll just be the limit of the hand luggage. So again, you can just Google all that. I mean, I do that all the time. Like, what's the weight limit and stuff like that. So yeah, that one you can just Google, but it'll be the limit for that airline. So if it is EasyJet, I think, it's either 7 or 10 kg, but it'll be the hand luggage limit. It won't be like no weight limit.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Lauren. Vicky, do you want to do this one? How do you sell a deal? Well, we've kind of touched on the fact that we don't tend to do this, but if you did post a deal that was on Major tomorrow, how would you then sell it to your client?
So if a client wanted to go ahead and book it, I'd literally log on to Major JTA and put in the flights, the hotel, the dates, and that deal will be there. So they don't have a specific deal thing. You just basically search it up for them. If you are struggling with that, just bob them an email or a call and just be like, oh, hey, you advertise this deal. They all have unique reference numbers on each one. Yeah, depending on who you're using it. And just literally like, look, they want to go ahead and book. So dead simple, but you just search like normal. Say on JTA, for example, you'd go on, put in the dates that was part of that deal, and then it would all come sort of together for you.
Perfect. Thanks, ladies. What is Journeys and what link do we send a client for them to book insurance?
Do you want to do that one, Vicky? You do that more than me, I think.
Yeah, can do. So you just Journeys is on the back office. So they are insurance, travel insurance, and basically you need to go onto Journeys, you need to register with them, and you will get a link like your Viator link, you will get a Journeys link. And basically I just send it in an email and be like, look, it's basically you need to have travel insurance as soon as you book a holiday. You know, if you don't, here's my link. This is the company that I use, that I recommend. I do annual insurance actually through Journeys. So I earn commission back on my own insurance and I just do it annually, and then I don't have to you know, think about it every time I go away because I've just got it annually. And then your client will just go on and fill out the forms and stuff themselves. So you're not having to get medical information, stuff like that. They can just do it all themselves. So yeah, that's how you get your link, just by registering on the back office for it.
I think there's just a couple more left, ladies. Do flyers have to go through IntelliTravel as well? I'm guessing you mean like a flyer to advertise your business, like a business card sort of thing?
So a business card you do, but I don't know if you mean, when you say flyer, do you mean like the posts and stuff? But yeah, the business card you do, and you can just do it on the back office. It's super simple. I mean, we can pop it in the chat. I can't remember again off the top of my head. Is it, or I can't remember which one it's under, but yeah, just on the back office, when you log into the back office, you can go, I can't remember what it is now. But yeah, it's just on there, and you just literally, like Vicky said, you send it off, they approve it super quick. But if you're on about posts from suppliers and stuff, no, that's all approved on the supplier websites anyway, and we're can share all of them on our social media. That's no problem at all.
I think this is the last one that I can see, ladies. If you send a payment link and customer pays deposit and price changes on the same day after they've paid, is there a time frame between those? So I think that's what Lauren just answered. So if the customer's paid the deposit and then the price had changed, it wouldn't affect their booking because you've already locked in that price. I think that's what yeah.
So if they pay the deposit and you've booked it and the price then changed, you don't need to worry because you've already secured the booking of that holiday anyway, so there wouldn't be any change to your booking. So yeah, no,
I think that is all the questions, ladies.
Amazing.
But thank you so much. I'm sure everyone's took so much value from that. The question box was popping off throughout the whole thing, and as you can see, everyone's saying how much they've learned. So thank you, ladies, that was amazing. And thank you everyone for jumping on. These are so valuable. We only do them once a month, so you know, if you are at home on the Thursday evenings where we do them, it's so worth jumping on because you'll always learn so much from hearing from others that are obviously doing so well in the business. But we are going to end the call there for today. Wishing you all a lovely rest of the evening, and we will see you all soon. Take care, everyone.
Bye.